Hi everyone, welcome to a Chandler's channel. I'm Tracy and I'm your host, and this session is our weekly reading for July 1st to 7th, 2013. So stay tuned for that if that's what you're here for. I just want to touch back on the previous week as always. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very tired. Check at the eyes, like I feel puffy-eyed, right? I'm puffy-eyed, I'm scratchy voice just because yesterday was Canada Day here in Canada, and we just took it easy by going to the lake, and then we went to see the fireworks in our own community, and that's enough just to exhaust me. Just that long daytime, and I didn't get my nap, so anyways, I'm tired today. So I apologize for just, you get those puffy eyes. Everything just seems puffy and scratchy, and that's so when you think about people being tired and exhausted, intuitively for yourself, you're going to know that you need some downtime when you get to this point. And then on the opposite side, you can see when other people are tired by seeing that in them. So there's a little tidbit of information for you. So last week, Whitehawk had said that it was going to be drought-like again, and JC, who is Jesus, led us into the drought and is going to lead us through the drought. And for me, it was very apropos because we had a heat wave here where we got up to 40 degrees Celsius for like 3 days in a row, and you just feel like doing nothing. You're just so lethargic. You're tired. I mean, you stand there and you just sweat. You don't have to be doing anything, right? And then the 2 days after that, it was thunderstorms and it just poured. So what do you want to do in that? You want to sleep, right? And if there's humidity where you are, if there's a lot of humidity in the air, that also makes you very tired and exhausted, even though it can be overcast. And that's actually what we have here today is overcast. But there's that air of humidity. And I keep hearing that Canadians love to talk about weather, so there you go. I'm talking about the weather. But mainly we like to complain about the weather when it's too hot, it's too cold, we're never happy, but it is what it is. But so it was very apropos, and I just felt the energy was very stagnated. And I did feel the energy let up a little bit yesterday, which was the Monday of so this week here. Of July 1st to 7th. So to me, the energy's moving a little bit better. I don't know how it is for you. Maybe I'm totally wrong on another continent. Maybe in Australia, it's the opposite to us. Maybe their energy, their chi is flowing there. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to know. Everyone's kind of shy and no one's commenting. I invite you to comment. You don't necessarily have to comment just on what I'm asking you to comment. You say, hey Tracy, nice, just wanted to say hi. Hey Tracy, love your dog, You probably see him wandering amidst here. No, he's actually there, I can see him. And if you hear him in the background, it's because he's probably scooting away, to see the squirrels at my bird feeder, or as my husband calls it, the squirrel feeder. And you might hear the fan because I'm trying to keep myself dry. Anyways, so enough about all that. Let's jump in and see what this week is holding for us. Indeed, he says. What does the week ahead hold for us, he says. And I feel this wash of emotion of like a sadness. There's like just the way it washed over me. There's this sadness that was coming through me, and he goes, indeed, there is that, he says, but it will not be the primary, he says, purpose of the week, he says. The week will be more in tune with blooming. And he says, and so I will call it out right here for you right now. He says for me to tell you that indeed that this one here, he says, her angel, her Nib's angels, her Charlie's angels, I don't know, I just report what he says. He says that will bloom, will be a bloomin' this week. He says, mark my words, he says, when I say it will be this week, that indeed she will be fully in bloom. So watch for that, he says. And although she does not believe me, and he says, perhaps neither do you, and perhaps you are also annoyed with the fact that I am just speaking of her, he says, but I need to share this with you, he says, for it is very, very important for her own life, he says, and for you to partake, and he says, to see, he says, to be a part of, he says, her blooming. So he says, go forth, little ones, and prosper this week, for it is a week of prosperity, he says, of prosperousness, he says. Good things will be happening this week, even though he says, though the energies last week, he says, indeed, were quite stagnating and dread-like. He says, this week, he says, they are not so fluid, he said, and flowing, he says, but regardless, it will be a week of blooming for many, he says. So have faith, take part in your blooming, he says, and enjoy for all that is coming to you, my children, and Tracy alike, he says. God bless. And trying to add some fun, he says, to your week. Fun is the name of the game. God bless, little one. God bless. Well, there you go. That is our weekly reading. So we'll see if what he says does come true. Or if you've been watching with me, and for those of you who have been, I'm very grateful. Thank you. For those who are new, you'll learn this as well. But I have always said that, not said in the videos, but said in my own life, that Whitehawk is more healings and teachings and less fortune telling. Although he is going against that and saying, again, he's fortune telling, we'll see. And I always say, you know, channeling is not an exact science, so maybe it's the following week that this will happen. So take it all with a grain of salt and just keep moving forward in your life, and you know, touch back if you ever get a reading from a psychic, medium, channeler, intuitive. Call us what you wish. And maybe a year later it's going to make complete sense, or maybe the following week it'll make complete sense. Sometimes they work where they put the cart before the horse, so meaning it makes completely no sense, but in the end it will all come together. So check in and see next week, I guess. I'm very tired, so I feel very foggy-minded today. But I wanted to get these up for you. So, subscribe, like, share, comment, be kind, and keep it clean. And we'll see you next time on our topic of the week. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Channeler's Channel.